Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Hacking with Antoine Matthews. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to go through the Wi-Fi hacking 101 room on TryHackMe. It's pretty cool. It talks about the basics on how to crack Wi-Fi. We'll be using tools like AirCrack today. This is a walkthrough, so it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I haven't done this box yet, but I read through it and it's all good stuff, especially if this is something you may be interested in. So at the top, it just kind of goes over some key terms. We got SSID, ESSID, BSSID, WPA2, PSK, EAP, and radius. If you guys want later, we can talk about this more in depth, but I feel like it's pretty good descriptions right here. I don't want to go too far into it because it can make the video pretty lengthy. When we go down here, I'll tell you a little bit about the four-way handshake and more in depth about what these um, protocols are, like the WPA2 personal web talks about like radius and how you authenticate the things, which could be a really good indication of how you might go about attacking these protocols, right? So you got like a web right here. If we scroll down to the bottom, what we're going to do is we're just going to hop into the questions. They're not too difficult, but we read the top and know how to search, or we can play right here with our command line. We should be able to identify whatever answers we need, right? So right here it says what type of attack on the encryption can you perform on WPA2 personal? So if you read through here, it kind of talks to you about WPA2 personal. So right here at the top, it says most home Wi-Fi networks use WPA2 personal. Okay, cool. If you have a login password and it's not web, it's WPA2 personal. So right here by itself, when it's telling me, hey, like it's a password, the first thing I'm thinking about is brute forcing. If it's a password attack and we don't know the password, more than likely you're gonna brute force your way into it. So, like you see, I haven't typed any of this in, so let's go ahead and check this out. Let's type brute force. Hey, look, I got it. Okay, so can this method be used to attack WPA2 EAP handshakes? So EAP, and then it says, okay, so EAP is radius servers to authenticate. So all right. You also use a username and password. That's gonna be yeah. Oh, look, it's not. So nay, you know why you can't is because you have to use the username and the password. So you can't really just brute force that. And it's going through the radius server. So EAP uses radius servers to authenticate. So if you have to enter a username and password in order to connect, then it's probably that. Yeah, so you can't do that. Hmm. Good to find out, right? So everybody take notes right there. I should have my note taken out so you guys can kind of follow into it. So right here, what three-letter abbreviation is the technical term for Wi-Fi code, password, or passphrase? So if we go up to the top, I'm going to say it's PSK. PSK stands for pre-shared key. And as you can see with WPA2 PSK, that's also, you need a password. So let's type this in and see if we get awesome. So what is the minimum length of a WPA2 personal password? We can just search this in Google. I believe it's 8. Let's take a easy win. That's like the standard, right? 8. Yeah. So that's the minimum. Remember the minimum. You don't ever want to have the minimum as your password. If you can have more characters in that, preferably a passphrase, Use that. Better yet, use a password generator. Have them generate passwords for you. They'll make them extremely long. You don't have to remember them. All right, so let's go to the second part of this. So this is talking to us about Aircrack NG Suite. Um, Talks to us about a lot of the different things included in the suite. Specifically, what we're going to be using to do these attacks. Aircrack NG. Aircrack NG is what you're going to use to actually crack the captured handshake. Arrow dump is what you'll use to see what networks you have. So you'll be able to see the ESS ID, the BSS ID networks to see what you can connect to and what you can actually attack. And then Airmon NG is what you would do to turn your network adapter card into monitor mode, so you can actually monitor and see what kind of traffic is going back and forth between the networks, and that'll lead you on error. So it goes like this: uh, put your stuff in the monitor mode, put your NIC in monitor mode. So you got Airmon NG, right? Then you go to arrow dump. Once you fire up arrow dump, since you put it in monitor mode, it'll be able to actually see all of the Wi-Fi networks that are around you. And then you can capture the handshake using arrow dump. After you capture the handshake, what you want to do is go to aircrack NG. Once you go to aircrack NG, that'll crack the hash for you, right? So that's kind of the kill chain. Right here, they're kind of giving you like some hands-on stuff because you don't want to just fire this stuff up, at your apartment or at the Starbucks or at your school and start cracking or attempting to crack people's Wi-Fi without authorization. So they're telling you you can use like the word list that's already on Kali and go here. So CD user share word list. If I can type right. Why is it not there? No, I was trying to type in which rock you. So yeah, because you can't, it's not a directory. So yeah, so you can use this word list and like find one of the passwords that's in here, that's in the rock you. And you can use this command they have here to generate 5 random uh passwords and use your cell phone, like they said, use your cell phone or your tablet so you can just see the proof of concept. Like, hey, if I had a password that was weak, this is how somebody could, exploit that and crack it, how fast it could happen, right? Or vice versa, if you're the attacker, how you could identify some networks, and if people have very soft Wi-Fi passwords, they may be able to use a word list like RockU and actually crack it, which would be horrible, right? So let's move on down to these next batch of questions. So it says, how do you put the interface WAN low? So this is the interface, right? So you'll see WAN low in a monitor mode with Aircrack NG tools. So what I'm going to say is, oh, look, I'm going to show you guys, right? So let me clear this out. So what tool are we going to be using when we have to put something in monitor mode? I told you already, right? So look, it's sudo airmon ng. And then what I'm going to do is like help. So whenever you put help after the tool, it should give you some help. It should tell you some stuff about it, right? So it says right here, usage. So what we want to do is we're going to use airmon ng, then we're going to start, and then the interface, and that's a WAN low. So the command should look like airmon ng start WAN O. Perfect. So then it says, what is the new interface name likely to be after you enable monitor mode? So usually what happens is you'll have the prefix, right? So it'll be WAN low, and then it'll say mon at the end of it. And that's how you know it's in monitor mode. Let me close this. Why is this up here at the top? I'm sorry, ADD. Then it says, what do you do if other processes are currently running on a network adapter? So you want to actually kill them. Let me see if so sudo, and then we'll do air crack, right? So air crack, ng, and then let's just do help. Actually, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab and say kill. So it's not in there. It's check kill. So it'll be air crack, ng, check kill. Oh, it's not. So, all right. So, what do you do if other processes are currently trying to use the network adapter? It's going to give us a hint right here. So, airmine. I think I just got it, but let's go ahead. So, you want to stop those processes. So, let's go and see what this link is for. So, let me go and make this bigger so we can all see it. I try to make it big, like super big, so that you can check it out too. So Airmon NG check kill. Oh, so look, it was Airmon instead of air crack. Yeah, right. It would be Airmon because we're still monitoring. We're not cracking anything yet. So Airmon NG check. Yeah, see, so it was just the wrong one I put in. So it's Airmon because we're still monitoring, and monitoring is going to show us the other processes, right? So once you get there, let's kill it. It should have an example on here. So yeah, so it shows you like right here, like check kill, and then it'll tell you, we'll show you any processes that might interfere with the aircraft and G suite. So let's scroll down. So this is check, right? So this is telling you the other processes, and you can tell because it says PID. This is process identity. So you go right here, our identifier, process check kill, and it says right here, this command stops network managers, then kills interfering processes. Left. So when you put the airmine check kill, these processes was going to be terminated because they were interfering. So just to show you an example, use this link and go to the go and check it out if you have more questions about it. So then it says, what tool from Aircraft NG Suite is used to capture? So I already told you what that was, right? So arrow dump. Because once we get everything put in the monitor mode, now we need to check out networks and everything else to capture the passwords or capture the handshakes, not essentially the passwords. So, all right, now let's check this out. It says, what flag do you use to set the BSSID into monitor mode? So let's go ahead and let's go check out arrow dump. Sudo arrow dump ng. Oh, let's just see what they got. Set the BSSID to monitor. They got a lot of stuff. I don't want to read through all of this. So look. So this is filtered by BSSID. This isn't. Which flag do you use to set the BSSID to monitor? Filter. So let's do this. Let's see if this is right. Whoop, whoop. So right there. By the way, if you want to search things faster, always use grep. It's like search. So it's, hey, look, go inside of this help for arrow dump ng, and then search for this specific string. Next thing we want to do is intercept the channel. So now they're trying to hit us with the channels. So that's this right here. So let's just copy and paste. Okay. And how do you tell it to capture packets to a file? So let's do the same thing we did before, and then let's put capture. Save to IVs. To a file. IVS. I don't think that's right. Output formats. File beacons. Save dump save as right. Save as right. Try TAC W. Yep. So it's right here. So that's right. Let's write into the file. Next thing we want to do is let's go ahead and actually crack something, right? So this is pretty cool. I already downloaded this task file. So what they did is they already captured the four-way handshake for us. And this is a little bit of user information. What we're going to do is actually crack the password right here. So we're going to be using what tool? Aircrack. And it says, what flag do we use to specify a BSS ID to attack? So let's go ahead again and use, I'm going to clear this. You don't need it. I'm going to go ahead and sudo and then aircrack ng and then help. And then let's grep. What are we going to grep? BSS ID. Hold on. 1 second. Woo. Sorry about that. I had to cough. A little under the weather. Um, so oh, you know what? No, we're still in arrow dump here. I believe so. No, arrow crack or cracking this. It's like the so it's tag B. Yeah, it is. Because we gotta specify it's the BSS ID. Then it says, okay, what flag do we use to specify the word list? That's easy. That's just tag W. How do we create an 8C cap X? That's down here. So that's tag J. Using the RockU password list, crack the hash. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at what we need to do, right? So first, we'll have to put our command, the options in the file. And this one we're gonna have to too, because we're gonna have to use the BSS ID, right? So we're gonna have to use this. And then the word list, because that's where it's gonna know to find out what we're gonna be pulling our potential passwords from, and then the file name. So first, let me show you guys the file. So this is actually on, it would be on downloads. So we have our file. Let's unzip it. Sudo unzip. That didn't unzip it. We need to unzip this file. So, you know what? Or we could do it the cheesy way. Let's do it the cheesy way. So let's do this. Downloads, folder. And that's how they hate on this. They like, hey, look, use a terminal. Use a terminal when you're talking to me. And boom, boom. That's funny. What I just realized is it's just I unzipped the GZ. I didn't undo the tar also. Forgot the command to do that. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna sudo rmr captors. Haha. So now we got a fresh slate. So we're going to download this. Then once it downloads, we'll extract this all. And then just put extract, right? So quit. So all our files should be in here. So look, now remember we're using airmon. So we need higher privileges. So we're going to sudo aircrack ng. Now we need to get a file, right? So I want to use this file right here. So we use this file. Actually, no, before we do that, let's get the BSS ID. So the B, and then it's just the BSS ID right here. So copy and paste that. Then our word list. So our word list, remember we talked about this already. We can go to rock view. So user share word list, rock you. And then the last thing we want to do is put our file. And that's when we'll do the ninja. The ninja, I don't know why I just thought of the Foot Clan. Anybody that's familiar with the Ninja Turtles know who the Foot Clan is, but that's what I just thought about. So look, we got everything we need right here. So we got sudo aircrack ng, the BSS ID we're going to attack. We got our word list, and we have the captured handshake. So now if we push enter, it's going to try to crack the password or crack the hash so we can find the password. Hopefully it's inside the list. While it's doing that, let's see if we can find out what the... Oh, look, and it found the password. Key found. Green eggs in hand. For my Dr. Seuss fans out there. Whoop, whoop. So it says, where is computer cracking likely to be the fastest? I'm going to say GPU because I'm assuming they have more power. Hey, look, and we finished it. So, yeah, that was a quick walkthrough of the Wi-Fi hacking 101 room in TryHackMe. And look, we got a congratulations. And the cool thing about this is like now we can share this. We can tell the people what we've been doing on Twitter or X or whatever they're calling it, Facebook, and the link of the end. Anyway, yo, this was Antoine Matthews going through the box. Thanks for hanging out with your boy. Catch you a little later.